Okay. Ooh, I'm so upset. So upset. Ugh. Okay. I had to make a video about this. I was struggling for a while. I was wondering if I should make this video or not, but I was like, why would I not make the video? Okay, this video is on kneeling for the national anthem. Let me just start with my own personal story, and then I'll tie in my boyfriend's story, and then we'll see how it goes from there. I'm not going to say any names, but he works for the athletic department, and he comes in, and he basically says, there's a rumor that some athletes are going to kneel, and we just want to let you know, if you do it, then you'll be on your own when you talk to the press. This is just the gist. I'm summarizing here. And you know, we talked about making programs in the community and yada yada yada. So even though I don't necessarily agree with you for doing it, like I can't take away your right to do it. Okay. I was just like, I didn't even know that people were gonna kneel. Like this was just like a slap in the face to me because I was just lost. Okay. Long story short, I didn't kneel that day because I got scared. So me and my friend were like, okay, if the football players kneel, then we're gonna kneel. And we didn't kneel because they didn't kneel, but we just stood with our hands behind our back. Like flash forward to last weekend, my friend sent me a video, and I'll put the video or a link to the video in the description. But I just really asked myself, I said, why am I scared to kneel? Like who am I scared of? Am I scared of white people? Like, am I scared of what they're gonna do to me? Am I scared of the press? No. So I just realized that my fear was out of what I thought was gonna happen to me, when in reality they can't really do anything to me. And so my boyfriend, he goes to school in the Deep South, and his teammates kneel for the national anthem. This is what the article on it said. This is in the city's newspaper or online news platform. It said the basketball team brought a tiresome ongoing national story to the place this week when all 12 members knelt in a line across the court on Wednesday during the playing of the national anthem. Tiresome ongoing national story. This article goes on to say that there's no place for basketball in politics or sports and politics in general. It says these players are young, energetic, and have strong opinions in a politically charged time. We hope that they choose in the future to express those opinions somewhere else. Where else would you like us to express it? Another student at my boyfriend's school said that, oh, well, I'm basically paying for them to go to school because they're on scholarship, so they shouldn't be bringing political things into the situation. It's like we're just shells. Like we literally are just like these machines, these animals that play sports for their enjoyment. And I'm not saying that like black people shouldn't play sports. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's how like they view it. Like to say that it's disrespectful and it's not the right time and yada 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 is some BS. Cheerleaders kneel. We kneel for an injured player out of respect for that player because he's hurt, he's down, he needs help. We kneel for the injured player. What is disrespectful about kneeling for the national anthem for all of the black people who have died in any form of the military and who fought for freedom that isn't really theirs, if you want to ask me, and for all of the innocent civilians killed by police? How is kneeling disrespectful? Think about all the other times you kneel. Proposals. I've seen like people kneel in church before a priest. In many religions, people kneel for an injured player. Like kneeling is respectful. It's out of respect for those who came before us to fight for the freedom that we're supposed to have because they died for it and or died innocently. Whew, boy, it's just like, I mean, I think that football players, they're essentially like, in the white people's minds, $1 million slaves. And so when they are, and it's the same way at my boyfriend's school, like the white student who goes there saying that he can't express his political beliefs because this white kid is basically paying for his school and like paying for their program is like saying like, hey, N-word, I pay for you to do this, so you have to obey me. No, absolutely not. My experience with this overall has just not been good. And just seeing how other people react, especially white people, and they ask why. Like, so my boyfriend's bus driver was asking why, she asked the whole team why they knelt. Well, why they knelt. and she had this whole thing about how she was a woman and she served in the military and she's like has to deal with sexual harassment and all this like bad things about her experience as a white woman in America. But what she doesn't understand is what it's like to be black in America every single day. And she kept asking, why now, why now, why now? Well, because this is the only time you'll actually listen. This is the only, I feel like this is the only time, sports and like just athletic events in general are the only time where white people look at black people and think, wow, they're fantastic. And like, oh, they're so great. And like, look at us almost as equal. Almost. And this isn't like, I say white people as like a generic thing. I'm not saying all white people, some, you know, I'm not saying that everyone, like I'm not saying his bus driver is racist, but some of the stuff she was saying is inherently racist. People can say racist things and not think that they're racist and not actually be racist themselves. So please just leave some comments below, because my experience with this whole kneeling thing has not been great, and it's just really revealed a lot of ignorance. And honestly, like, I encourage someone, you don't even have to be black, if you're an athlete of any kind and you're watching this and you believe in the cause and you think that there are injustices and inequalities in this country towards minorities, then I encourage you to kneel at least once and see what reaction you get out of people. Because I guarantee you that something will shock you, and someone will say something very ignorant to you that you won't understand. But it'll reveal to you that like these people aren't bad people, they just really don't know. And because they don't have the same experience, they just don't understand. I kid you not, like right when I thought I was finished filming this video, Eli sent me an article that was published 3 hours ago saying that one of the board of trustees for his school resigned because they knelt at the game. And he literally said, to permit students to claim First Amendment speech while trampling on the national anthem, which bears the same name of our nation's flag, demonstrates short-sighted and inadequate leadership as an institution of higher learning. This man literally said that to allow the athletes to exercise the rights that are given to them in the First Amendment shows inadequate leadership as an institution of higher learning. No, sir. The fact that you are on the board of trustees shows that that is an institution. It has inadequate leadership of higher learning. You probably just made it more adequate just by leaving the board of trustees. The school can do nothing. The school cannot tell an athlete that they cannot kneel. A school cannot. That is wild. How does players kneeling make it an inadequate institution of higher learning? It just makes me realize the systems of oppression that are still in place. It's like institutions of higher learning are kind of a system of oppression. Again, I want to stress, if you're an athlete, kneel. See what happens.